On April 15, 2013, the 117th annual Boston Marathon was attacked by terrorists. This event deeply impacted those in and around Boston, and with the 129th annual Boston Marathon occurring in less than a week, I thought it was important to look back on this historic event and see how it impacted those in the Gordon College community. Norm Jones, a theater arts professor at Gordon College for 40 years, talked about why he remembers the moment he heard the news of the attack so clearly.
I heard about it on that day because it was also a day when the admissions office was having so students were coming on campus with their families.
For many, the news of this event resulted in fear, anger, and sadness. Bob Whitted, a professor of Christian ministries and the current Gordon College chaplain, remembered the rush of emotions that day.
That day was a bit of a shock, but I also remember in New England just the revulsion that somebody would mess with the marathon. It's one of the great sporting events in the world.
Ian Deweese Boyd, a philosophy professor and a runner himself connected to the Gordon College running community, remembered that one of the concerns was student welfare.
We had traditionally had runners from Gordon who would run as bandits in the race. One of the initial things was wondering, whether were there any students that had run.
In the days following the attack and during the manhunt for the bombers, those in the Boston area had to find ways to come to terms with what had happened. Gordon College faculty members were faced with leading students through this tragedy.
What we did basically on our walk to the gym was try to determine what's the best way for us to respond to this in the immediate, when we're going to be meeting with prospective students and their families.
In our department, our doors are generally open, and the students who wanted to talk came in.
While this event was seen by many as an attack on Boston and the United States, it is also true that the bombings were an attack on the sport of running.
It's this sort of sport that's about wellness and freedom and like some just really deep sort of fundamental kind of, you might think of as American values, and to just see it sort of being attacked in that kind of way, it was really sort of difficult just in terms of just seeing that vulnerability exposed.
However, Deweese Boyd acknowledged that the heart of running is not lost.
I don't think running is different, but I do think these events are different.
Even in the midst of this tragedy, the people of Boston were able to find strength around a simple and clear rallying cry.
Boston Strong at that time became so important.
What it means to me is this way the community sort of wrapped around all these people who were traumatized and injured and said, we're not going to be intimidated by this sort of thing.
This mantra became tied to the Boston Red Sox, who not only embraced and embodied the idea of Boston Strong, but also went on to win the World Series that year.
The Red Sox really healed the city in many ways.
But the Red Sox were not alone in standing with Boston during this tragedy. In a beautiful moment of unity, Major League Baseball demonstrated that sports do not only provide entertainment and competition, they also can provide comfort and hope.
Every team at the end of the 8th inning, in solidarity with the people of Boston, played Sweet Caroline, including Yankee Stadium.
For the Gordon College Sports Network, I'm Amber Dunlap.